In the early 1940s, as World War II raged across the globe, the world was engulfed in a conflict that would shape the course of history. Amidst this chaos, a mysterious experiment was said to have taken place in the shadowy waters of the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. This experiment, shrouded in secrecy, has intrigued and baffled historians, scientists, and conspiracy theorists alike for decades. The Philadelphia Naval Shipyard became the alleged site of an experiment so extraordinary that it would later become known as the Philadelphia Experiment. Some say it was an attempt to make ships invisible to radar, a technological breakthrough. Others claim it was something much more sinister, involving time travel and teleportation. The truth remains elusive, hidden behind classified documents and contradictory eyewitness accounts. Join us as we embark on a journey to decipher where the truth ends and the legend begins.
Do you really think this will work? Turning an entire ship invisible sounds impossible.
I don't know, but they've got some of the brightest minds working on it. Einstein's theories, quantum physics. Maybe there's something to it.
All hands prepare for the experiment.
What's happening? It's not supposed to be like this.
The ship, it's gone.
This defies all known science.
They're back, but something's wrong. What did we just witness?
We were gone for only a few minutes, but it felt like days, like we were somewhere else, somewhere wrong. It was as if time had no meaning, and we were trapped in a nightmare.
When the USS Eldridge reappeared, what the crew experienced was beyond comprehension. The ship seemed to materialize out of thin air, leaving everyone in shock. Some were found fused with the ship's metal, their bodies grotesquely merged with the structure. Others went mad, claiming they had seen other worlds, places that defied all logic and reason. But the experiment was quickly covered up, and the true details of that day vanished, along with the ship's mysterious disappearance. The government ensured that the incident remained shrouded in secrecy, leaving only whispers and rumors behind. That was the legend of the Philadelphia experiment. But what about the truth? Did the US Navy really attempt to make ships invisible to radar? Or is this just a wild conspiracy theory? The story goes that in 1943, the USS Eldridge was part of a top-secret experiment to render it invisible. Witnesses claimed the ship vanished from the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard and reappeared in Norfolk, Virginia. However, skeptics argue that the tale is nothing more than a fabrication, fueled by misunderstandings and exaggerations. They point to the lack of credible evidence and the implausibility of the technology described. So, what is the truth? While the legend of the Philadelphia experiment continues to captivate imaginations, the reality remains shrouded in mystery, leaving us to question what really happened on that fateful day. The story of the Philadelphia experiment first gained traction in 1955, when a man named Carl Allen, under the pseudonym Carlos Allende, wrote letters to a researcher named Morris Jessup. Jessup was an astronomer and author who had written about UFOs and other unexplained phenomena. Allen's letters were filled with detailed accounts of a secret naval experiment that supposedly took place during World War II. In these letters, he claimed to have witnessed the experiment and the ship disappearing from the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. According to Allen, the experiment involved making a naval destroyer escort, the USS Eldridge, invisible to radar. But something went terribly wrong, and the ship not only became invisible but also teleported to Norfolk, Virginia, and back again in a matter of minutes. But how much of Carl Allen's story was true? Jessup was intrigued, but also skeptical. He shared the letters with the Office of Naval Research, hoping to get some answers. The Navy, however, dismissed the claims as a hoax. Despite the lack of evidence, the story of the Philadelphia experiment has persisted over the years, becoming a staple of conspiracy theories and paranormal lore. Books, movies, and documentaries have all explored the tale, each adding their own twists and embellishments. The story continues to captivate the imagination, raising questions about what might be possible and what secrets might still be hidden in the annals of history. What we do know is that during the 1940s, scientists were indeed working on advanced technologies to make ships invisible to enemy radar. This project, known as Project Rainbow, used something called Degaussing, a technique to reduce the magnetic signature of ships to make them harder for enemy minds to detect. But making a ship physically invisible, or teleporting it, well, that belongs more in the realm of science fiction. The idea behind degaussing was to neutralize the magnetic field of a ship, making it less detectable by magnetic mines. This was achieved by running electrical currents through cables installed on the ship's hull. While this made ships less vulnerable to mines, it did not render them invisible. The Philadelphia experiment, however, takes this concept to an extreme, suggesting that the ship not only became invisible, but also teleported. While intriguing, these claims remain unproven and are widely considered to be a mix of myth and speculation. So where did the wildest elements of the Philadelphia experiment come from? One theory suggests that the experiment was exaggerated over time, with elements of time travel, teleportation, and invisibility added in by conspiracy theorists and UFO enthusiasts in the years following. The story took on a life of its own, especially after being featured in various books, documentaries, and even a 1984 sci-fi film, which helped solidify the myth. Over the years, the tale has been retold and embellished, with each retelling adding new layers of intrigue and mystery. Today, the Philadelphia experiment remains a fascinating topic, captivating the imaginations of those who love a good mystery. So what's the final verdict? The Philadelphia experiment may be one of the most famous urban legends, but the evidence to support it remains shaky at best. While there were real Navy experiments happening at the time, the wilder claims of invisibility, teleportation, and time travel seem to have been conjured from thin air. Many historians and researchers have delved into the story, but they often find more questions than answers. The Navy has consistently denied any such experiment took place, and no credible evidence has surfaced to prove otherwise. Despite this, the legend persists, captivating the imagination of many. Whether a fascinating myth or a hidden truth, the Philadelphia experiment remains a topic of intrigue and speculation. The mystery continues to fascinate, reminding us of the power of human imagination. The Philadelphia experiment, whether fact or fiction, has captured minds for decades. A naval ship disappearing and reappearing miles away, or traveling through time, is straight out of science fiction. Yet these stories push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. Stories like these captivate us because they make us question the unknown. The Philadelphia experiment sparks 1,000 questions. Was it a top-secret military experiment gone wrong, or a clever hoax? The truth may never be known, but the questions are just as important as the answers. What do you think? Could the Philadelphia experiment have really happened? Or is it just another conspiracy theory? Theories abound, from government cover-ups to alien technology. Your perspective makes this discussion rich and diverse. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating mysteries. Thanks for watching. Your engagement helps keep these conversations alive. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Pause 2S. As we delve deeper into the Philadelphia experiment, it's essential to consider the broader context of the era. The 1940s were a time of intense scientific exploration and rapid technological advancements, heavily influenced by World War II. The idea of a naval ship becoming invisible or traveling through time might seem far-fetched, but it was a period when anything seemed possible. Pause 1S. Some researchers argue that the Philadelphia experiment could have been a misinterpretation of actual naval experiments aimed at making ships undetectable to radar. This technique, known as degaussing, was indeed used during the war to protect ships from magnetic mines. Could this mundane explanation have spiraled into the extraordinary legend we know today? Pause 1S. On the other hand, the involvement of Carl Allen and Morris Jessup adds another layer of intrigue. Jessup, an astronomer and UFO enthusiast, found himself entangled in a web of strange correspondence and mysterious events after receiving letters from Allen. These letters spoke of bizarre occurrences and advanced technologies, fueling the conspiracy even further. Pause 1S. Let's also consider the psychological aspect. Human beings are naturally drawn to mysteries and the unknown. Our minds are wired to seek explanations for the inexplicable, and sometimes this leads us to create elaborate stories to fill the gaps. The Philadelphia experiment could be a manifestation of this phenomenon, where a mix of facts, fiction, and speculation has created an enduring legend. Pause 1s. Ultimately, the Philadelphia experiment serves as a fascinating case study in how stories evolve and capture our collective imagination. Whether you believe it happened or not, it's a reminder of the power of storytelling and the enduring allure of the unknown. Pause 1s. Thank you for watching and engaging with this content. Your curiosity and perspectives keep these discussions vibrant and ongoing. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into the world's greatest mysteries. Pause 1s. Until next time, keep questioning and stay curious.